All right, so I told a short story on this one last night. I'll tell it again briefly. Just because this song means a little extra something to me. So this next tune I'm going to do, music kind of runs in my father's side of the family. So my dad went to high school in this little town in Indiana called Union City, Indiana. And my dad was in the same class with the Derringer brothers. So if you think of Rick Derringer, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, before they were Derringer, they were called the McCoys, and they had a big song called Hang On Sloopy. So my father was in a high school band with the Derringers. They all graduated in the same class. They went off to be stars, and my father went out to California in the 60s with stars in his eyes, trying to write, record, so on and so forth. And he was in this weird phase in the late 60s, trying to decide if he wanted to stay with the rock and roll thing or kind of move towards country. So this song got pitched to my dad in 1969 called It's Your Baby, You Rock It. So my father recorded that song under the name Jesse Brady. That was his stage name. So if you go back and look at history, look at Derringer, look on one of their albums, they had a song titled Jesse Brady, and my dad took his stage name from that song. And he recorded It's Your Baby, You Rock It. It didn't do anything. I think locally it got some airplay in California, but then in 1971, 2 years later, on Elvis's country album, he cut It's Your Baby, You Rock It. Now, I like to think about how this kind of thing works. Typically, for you to record a song, someone has to play you a demo or has to play you a recording of it. So I like to go back and imagine that there may have been a time when that song was sent to Elvis that it may have been my father's record that he listened to, which is just a cool little thing. So, and actually, Tom Brown told me he was going to talk to someone in archives to just check and see if there's any possibility that my dad's 45 could be in Elvis's record collection. So, yeah. Let's do it.
But you turned around and you loved her anyway. She broke your heart, and all I've got to say is your baby. You rock it. It's your heartache. You bought it. You made that bed you're sleeping in. I'm tired of hearing about it, friend. It's your baby. You rock it.
Another little piece of information, the drummer that you're listening to on this track is actually my best friend and the drummer in my band. Just a weird little thing, but... And that's me singing all the high girl parts.
Quit crying on my shoulder like a baby. I'm sorry about your troubles and your lady, but she hung you like she hung me, and I've used up all of my sympathy. It's your baby. You rock it. It's your baby. You rock it. It's your heartache. You bought it. You made that bed you're sleeping in. I'm tired of hearing about it, friend. It's your baby. So you rock it. It's your baby. You rock it. It's your heartache. You bought it. Friend, it's your baby. baby.